you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit unique since we are in this whole isolation quarantine thing, and I was just not having the best day, honestly. So typically when that happens, you know, most of us would just want to talk to our best friend and vent and just have a good laugh. So that's exactly what we're going to do in today's video. We are going to FaceTime my girlfriend Rhyley. She also has a channel, so I'll have everything linked below. And we're going to do like a say it or drink it thing. And I'm going to ask, I think we're each going to do 15 questions on my channel, 15 questions on her channel. And I have a glass of wine here. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Please do not forget to subscribe. Make sure you go over to Rhyley's channel and give her some love as well. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, you guys, so we have Miss Rhyley on the computer here. And we're gonna try our best to do this because I want you guys to be able to see her. So maybe that'll work. So like I told you guys, we're each gonna take turns asking questions, and then if we don't want to answer the question, then we have to drink it. And my drink tonight is rosé. And what's yours, Rhy?
I'm also drinking rosé, not from the bottle. I have a glass, but this is the kind.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
All right, so my questions are conservative and a little bit more just appropriate. And then Rhyley's, we're gonna have some juicy questions, so make sure you head over to her channel if you want to get to know us on that kind of level. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna ask you the first question.
Great.
Question number 1, worst brand of clothing, jewelry, accessories, whatever, that you've ever ordered from. Why was it the worst, and will you shop with them again?
I'm trying to think of the name. You know, when you get like the Instagram like ads,
Yep.
and they're like all from like very cheaply made factories, but they look really great on the models.
Like Shein and
yeah,
Zaful.
I can't remember the name. It wasn't even Zaful. It was like worse quality. Like I think you can get certain things. Like everything I bought from this place was awful. Looked nothing like the photos, and it was, I can't remember the name, and it was like a company in China, and they sent everything, and it looked great on all the mannequins, and I got everything, and I was like, they were 2 sizes too small, and like compared to what they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name, and no, I would never shop there again. I still just finally unsubscribed from their emails because I forgot, and I've been getting them for like 6 years.
I need to unsubscribe from so many people on my email.
But I'm gonna drink because I can't remember the name.
Okay. Mine would probably be Pretty Little Thing and Misguided, and I probably will shop there again. But the issue is the sizing is so off. Like, something's either super large or super small, and I've never had consistent orders. Like, I've never ordered 6.
That's the worst,
like,
because you can't.
Yeah, I've never ordered like 6 things and loved all 6 things. So I probably will do it again, but it's just frustrating. You want to ask a question?
Sure. What is your life motto?
Fuck it. What's yours?
I have this, my roommate actually, that I live with, Sam. She introduced me to one of her girlfriends, and she said this thing one night at the bar, and I never fully understood it, and now it's my life motto because it's so true. Be mean, keep them keen. And I don't know what it is about when you're mean to guys, but the fact that they like you so much more when you're mean to them makes no sense, but it's so true. So now it's my motto.
That's your motto?
Yeah.
That's like your dating motto?
Yeah. And in general, I guess. I mean,
yeah.
Unless you're like a friend, that's obviously not a good one, but like, that'll be my life motto just because I think it's funny.
Okay, next question. Your absolute least favorite makeup brand? I couldn't even think of this one. Like, every brand has shitty things.
Yeah, like I have a lot of things that I don't.
What about your biggest regret, like, of your makeup purchase? Like, what's something you bought and you're like, I'm never going to use this?
They're these like Urban Decay highlighters, and they come in, I don't even know what they are.
I think mine is eyeshadow palettes. I buy so many and I don't use them.
Actually, you know what? MAC foundation. I know some people love it. They swear by it. It clogs my pores, makes my skin break out. I don't break out very easily. And MAC foundation does it to me. Like, I don't know what it is. It looks cakey on. It doesn't blend nicely.
So you wouldn't buy it again?
No, never.
Okay, your turn.
All right. What is the meanest thing you've ever done to anybody?
I feel like in my early 20s, I didn't care about people's feelings. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like my early 20s, I was super selfish. But I feel like everyone has to go through that stage of like really only looking out for themselves. And I think that's probably the meanest thing I did, was just kind of like, I was just young and stupid and selfish. And I'm the complete opposite of that now. So I'd say that's probably something that I have done that I'm look back at and I'm like, wow, you weren't very nice.
I don't know. I feel like everybody has that phase. I just like don't know if I can't think of anything that I've ever like blatantly done to like be mean to someone.
No, you're pretty good like that.
Like I don't like saying things. I'm
I feel
sure
like people do brutal things to you and you're like, it's okay.
I let like people walk all over me. It's like not a good personality trait. Like, sorry.
You just always see the good in people.
Like, I would never, and then I'm like, just kidding.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, so I think you probably just need to drink because you don't have an answer.
Yeah, I think so. I spilled on myself as well.
Okay.
Probably 7,000 ice cubes in my drink.
Yeah, I got ice, but mine's all melted, so it's kind of crunchy. Okay. Worst online date. One of them. Or it could be, you could talk about like your worst online experience.
Let's just talk about Bradley because we all know it's a thing. Did Bradley die? Like, what happened to Bradley?
Okay, give them a brief.
The guy, like, I swear, I'd never met him. And, like, obviously we met on Bumble, whatever. He started getting, like, really serious really quickly. And I was telling Jordan everything, so obviously we were like, oh my God. And he was sending me paragraphs about how he, like, really feels this is going to work out. And I'm kind of like, okay, well, maybe you should meet me first. Haha, like, no, I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. 2 p.m. on a Friday, I get a full paragraph from this guy. I respond like 2 hours later because I'm working. I've never heard from him again. Like, I don't know if my response wasn't what he wanted. I'm pretty sure I said I didn't like Lord of the Rings. I'm not sure.
No, and then we saw him reactivate his account.
But, like, we were literally like, did he die? This guy also didn't have social media.
Huge red flag.
Like, what? And I'm pretty sure he ghosted, but, like, it made no sense, and I just feel like that's what happened to Bradley. Like,
you're scarred.
I don't know what happened to Bradley.
Mine was, well, if any of you guys have done the whole online dating thing, it's a bizarre experience, to say the slightest. Like, you meet people that you didn't know were able to exist in this world. And I'd say, like, an actual physical date that I went on, which was a one-time thing, was this guy asked me, like, 3, 4, 5 times to go get a drink. And I kept just being like, no, no, no. And then finally one night I was feeling brave and I was like, sure, I'll meet you at this restaurant. So we went there, and for like 2.5 hours, I maybe said 3 things, and he spoke about backpacking through South Asia and stuff that I obviously have never done, so I couldn't relate to the conversation or anything like that. Anyway, so it was like 2.5 hours of him talking about himself the entire time, and then the bill comes and he makes me pay for myself. And I was like,
this the same guy that girl messaged you and was like,
yeah.
And
then like a week and a half later I get a DM from some chick, and she's like, I saw your name on his phone, and just letting you know, like, we've been sleeping together for a month now or something. I'm like, okay, well, we went for 1 drink, so like, you got nothing to worry about, sis. But yeah, absolutely bizarre. Never saw him again. No. Huge for me personally. When a guy asks you out several times, like, they should pay for your drink. Don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially on a first date. Like, I just feel like it's like a gentlemanly thing to do. I'm not one of those people that like thinks that the guy always has to pay, but like in the beginning I feel like it's definitely
like you gotta work.
Yeah, like, you know. And what about the guy with that 70s couch though?
Oh yeah. I went on this date and I texted Rhyley and I was like, I'm so unattracted to this guy because of the furniture in his house. It was something out of a movie.
Straight out of that 70s show.
The legs on the couch were stumps of wood. And he was like bragging about it, and it was absolutely brutal. Yeah, the whole online thing was just something out of a movie, the whole thing, actually.
No, not a good experience.
No. Okay, your turn.
Okay. What is the most embarrassing thing you've done while you were drunk?
My entire 26 years of existence. Probably just dancing and not caring, yelling at people, being stupid to boys. I'm generally, when Rhyley and I are drunk, it's nothing but a good time. Like, it's an absolute show. It's never really negative stuff. It's more just like embarrassing. Like, you're making a fool of yourself. Like, you're dancing on tabletops. You're thinking you're a hard 10 when you look like a 2. Like,
hair extensions are like sweaty to the back of my neck. I'm like,
oh yeah. One night we were at the bar together and this guy came and literally pulled the extensions out of my head. Like, that's probably how ratchet I looked. But yeah, I think I embarrass myself probably 15 times a night when I'm drunk. I don't even know, and I don't want to know.
I think mine would be, I feel the same, but like, I think the worst thing and most embarrassing thing I've ever done, and I look back and I'm like, what was I doing? I was with Jordan and we were 15, so she was probably 16.
Yeah.
And there was this girl's birthday party and it was like a Hawaiian theme. And I had gotten an eye infection, and no, it wasn't pink eye. I got an eye infection from like my dance makeup. I had gone in, I guess I'd used the cloth and obviously was stupid and used it on the other eye. I got an eye infection in both eyes. And they're like, no, just come to the party. I went to a party. Both my eyes were so red and like kind of swollen underneath. I wore these like fake like Ray-Ban looking Wayfair sunglasses that were like bright green or something, because it was a Hawaiian themed. And I got so drunk and went to the party and I barely wore any makeup, and I definitely wouldn't do it again.
No. Yeah, that's an absolute classic Rhyley move. Okay, from your...
Can I spill myself again, or...
From your online dating experiences, what would you think is better, Tinder or Bumble? Bumble, 1000% for me.
I would say Bumble, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't always like the fact that the girl has to say something first. Like, I get the point behind it, but at the same time, like, it's a lot sometimes. Like, guys want you to come up with something clever. I'm like, listen, like, I'm not clever. Like,
yeah.
Hey, how's your day?
Yeah,
sorry.
I agree. It's a lot of work.
But, like, I feel like Bumble, I had definitely more success than Tinder. Tinder's kind of just, like, I feel like most people just want one thing on there.
Totally.
Which is whatever, but...
Worst thing a friend has ever done to you? I'm just gonna drink because I don't have an answer.
I don't think I do either. Well, I'm sure I do, but, like, not one that really, like, matters. Yeah. You know what I mean? Nothing, like, ever that was, like, oh my god, I don't want to be that person's friend again.
Yeah.
But, like, girls are catty in high school. I'm sure there was something that one of my friends did to me or something.
Oh, totally. Like, going back to, like, the early 20s when you just care about yourself. Like, you're not a great friend at that point.
No, and, like, girls in high school that you, like, aren't friends with anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, high school in general. Just girls are mean.
Yeah, and, like, right after high school. That's for sure.
Yeah. Biggest turnoff. I'd say, like, when guys are good looking and they know it, and they, like, make you feel, like, insecure, like, make you feel like you're lucky to be with someone like me kind of thing. I hate that. And, like, no communication is brutal. And I just think someone who, like, thinks that they're hot shit, because essentially, like, at least, like, no one wants to be with someone who everyone wants.
True. I think my biggest turnoff would be when, like, you're out with someone and they get very, like, confrontational with other people. Like,
yeah.
Especially, like, at least with some of my exes, like, if a guy hits on your girlfriend, like, if you don't trust me and you want to get that mad, then, like, sure. But, like, if I've given you no reason not to trust me and a guy hits on me, you don't need to, like, make the biggest deal out of it in the world and make a scene.
Yeah.
That's just so unattactive. It's almost like you're so insecure with yourself that, like...
Yeah, you're overcompensating. Totally.
Yeah, you're, like, why do you feel the need to start a scene? Or, like, people that think someone owes them the world. Like, you know, like, when someone's, like, talking and it's always someone else. Like, oh, this person did this to me and this person did this to me. And it's like, maybe you were just a dick.
Yeah. 1000%.
Like, honestly, maybe you were rude and that's why they don't like you.
Totally.
But, like, little things, probably people who are rude to waiters.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, store clerks or whatever. Like...
Rude to their parents.
Like, that's just awful. And people who don't talk about anything other than money.
Yeah.
Or people who do talk about how they, like, don't have money.
Totally.
Like, I don't care if you have money or not, but like if you want to talk, like I don't want to hear like your world problems.
No.
Especially when you're first getting to know someone, like it's very unattractive if they're always like, oh, I'm broke, and you're like,
1000%.
okay. Like, what do you want me to send you an e-transfer? Like, I'm not sure what you're getting paid here.
Figure it out, pal.
Like,
we're all working hard.
It's just like not a very attractive thing.
Yeah, I agree. Your turn.
Okay. What's your most disgusting habit?
Probably that I pick my toenails. I should have drank. That's fucking gross. But whatever. Everyone does it. Who cares?
I don't know.
I pick my eyebrows when I'm stressed, but that's not really disgusting.
No, that's not really disgusting. I do that too sometimes. Like, sometimes I just, like, pull at them. A disgusting habit.
Yeah, like, what's disgusting? Like, my habit of, like, napping is not healthy. Yeah, I literally find myself, like, if I'm concentrated on something, I'll be picking at my toenails. It's gross. Especially now, because I haven't had a pedicure since Nom. Still, my feet are, like,
that's
Shrek.
not cute. Mine are not good.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, drink up then.
I don't have one.
Okay. I know that you're only 25, but what is the worst thing that you can say you've bought in your 20s? Biggest waste of money. I think mine is just a bunch of things that I think I need because it's a good price, if that makes sense. Like, fast fashion clothes I don't even wear and I buy it online. I spend hundreds of dollars, like, because something's cute, like a trendy stuff.
This isn't probably the biggest waste of money, but things like, in my earlier 20s, now I buy, like, you know, the Steve Madden, like, chunkier heels, like, ones that I actually, like, can wear and, like, are comfy. But, like, when I was younger, I used to buy, like, these stiletto heels that let's be honest, I can't walk in them.
Yeah.
Like, I look stupid, and they hurt my feet, and I want to take them off 10 minutes after I put them on. So I spend a lot of money on things, like, stupid like that. But if I'm being honest, like, I don't regret buying my Jeep. I used to drive a 4-door Jeep, and I loved it. It was so much fun. I do miss it. I miss having, like, an SUV. But I think buying it brand new, for me, like, now to think about it, like, if I had bought something that was, like, 2 years old, I could have saved so much money because it loses so much value the second it gets driven off the lot.
Right.
And I just don't really believe that, like, buying a brand new car anymore is, like, a necessity. Like, you can get something so much cheaper and just as reliable and just as good and basically the same thing because the models don't really change that much, especially in something like a Jeep. I just think I would have, if I had known better, I probably could have saved myself $20,000. Like, that's a lot of money, and now I think about it, and I'm like, what a waste. Did I need it to be brand new?
Yeah.
Like, cool.
No, I agree. Okay, couple questions left here, and then we're going to head to Rhyley's channel. The next question is your biggest relationship regret.
I
think mine was just, like, making excuses for a situation that should have ended a really long time ago.
Yeah, I would probably agree. Like, I had to, like, tell people different things or, like, make excuses as to why things were okay.
Yeah.
And why I deserved to be treated, like, why the situation made sense.
Mm-hmm.
When, like, nobody deserves to make you feel like that. Like, you should know.
Yeah.
And I think just, like, staying with someone who treated you so terribly.
It's funny now that you, like, when you're able to look back at it and be like, what were you thinking? But in the moment, like, that was the only thing that made sense.
Yeah. And, like, you just love the person. And, like, sometimes, I know that this is weird, but, like, sometimes love really isn't enough.
Yeah.
Like, if the bad really outweighs the good, like, I'm a firm believer that, like, I choose to see the good in people instead of seeing the bad, which I think is a really great quality in people, but I also think sometimes it can really work against you. Because if you're with someone who is, like, a narcissist or, you know, doesn't treat you well, then I think it gets the best of you because you hold on to those really good memories and, like, oh, but I love them and, you know, I don't want to lose them. But at the same time, like, you kind of end up losing yourself. Mm-hmm. And I think that's probably my biggest regret is losing myself to be with someone else.
100%. And it's, like, such an accomplishment to realize that, too.
Yeah.
All right, you have one more question?
Okay. What is your least favorite thing about your best friend?
I think I've kind of touched on my least favorite thing about Rhyley. And I'm very vocal with her. Like, if I'm frustrated with her, I tell her, and both of us. Like, it's not like we walk on eggshells at all with this friendship. But I think where I get the most frustrated with her is, like I said, she always sees the good in people. And I think it sometimes frustrates me because I'm not like that. Like, if someone jades me once, like, good luck ever. Like, I hold grudges. I don't hold grudges, but, like, if you do me wrong or you do wrong of someone that I love, like I will immediately only see the bad. And I think that, I don't think that's a great thing either, but I think that's where Rhyley and I kind of butt heads, because when people do stuff to her that I think is not acceptable.
Because we're very different in that way.
Yeah.
But, like, we do both see each other's side of it. Like, I completely understand when, like, those things do happen. I don't expect that, like, because I think about it, if the foot was, like, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would be this in your position.
Yeah.
Like, I would be like, no, you don't deserve that. Like, you deserve the best.
Right. And it's always out of, like, pure intentions. I just think that's probably, like, my least favorite thing, is that I always, like, I just wish sometimes you would look at a situation and be like, you know what? No. But you do eventually.
It takes me a while, though.
Yeah.
And it's because I choose to, it's a great quality, but a terrible one. It's like one of those, like, you can't win. You either have it or you don't. And if you, like, it's kind of, it works against you sometimes, but I think sometimes it is good to be that way, in a sense.
Yeah. All right, your turn, sis.
I'd pick my least favorite thing, minus the fact that we don't live in the same city, because I feel like that's actually my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
I would probably say the same thing. Like, just because I think we sometimes are so different in that aspect. We're very similar, and, like, we never argue, which I love. That's, like, my favorite thing. Like, I don't think we've ever actually had, like, a genuine fight, because we're both just, like, so honest with each other.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, when we are in those situations, I think sometimes it's hard to, like, in the moment to see your best friend's point of view. Like, we both see it, but you know what I mean? You're saying one thing and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's just because we both are so different in that way. Like, you're right. Yeah. You so easily. And that's another thing that, like, I admire that about you, because I'm like, she so easily could just write someone off. Like, sometimes I need to be able to do that and I can't do it.
Yeah.
So it's just like devil's advocate.
I think, it's hard, because it's almost like you feel like you don't want to share certain information, because it's like, she's not going to see it from my side. And then it's like, why wouldn't I not tell her? Even, you know, it's just like, it's hard. And I think that's the flaw in our friendship, is that I'm very much like, if someone does something to hurt her, I'm like, bye, not into it. And she's like, well, there's a reason. I'm like, I don't care about the reason. Like, no. And she's like, okay, bye. like, fuck off.
But like, normally, like, it's not like a fight. That's the best part, though. It's like, our least favorite thing about something is actually something that, like, I kind of admire about you, because, like, I wish I could be not that strong. Like, I feel like I've come a long way from, like, other things, but there's times when, like, I definitely should just be able to, like, put my foot down. Yeah. And I don't, but, like, you know, everybody has their little flaws.
Absolutely. Okay, and then the last question is, what is one fashion trend that you wish was never a thing? Do you know people that still do it today? And did you ever do it yourself? Bell-bottom jeans. I don't know why they're coming back. They're flattering on people who are like a size 000. On me, I can't wear them. The flares do nothing for me at all. I have seen pictures of people that I'm like, why can't I look like that? Or like flood capris. Like, I would literally look like a tree stump if I wore those.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know that there is some things I look at and I'm like
Hunter wears them, and she's so tiny that it's super flattering.
And they have to have a specific look.
It's like skinny and then
like I
flare.
have that like look, you know?
No, you have to be like super trendy, stylish, I feel like.
If I had to pick one, I don't know. I'm really struggling with this right now.
Drink?
Like,
you don't know?
Blair Waldorf headbands.
What?
Like a Blair Waldorf headband.
Oh, you don't like the headbands?
No, but like only certain, like specific kinds of headbands. Like, I like the cute ones with like the little, but like the really skinny, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it looks like Blair Waldorf from Gossip Girl.
It has to be the right person. Yeah, totally.
And I'm like, also,
I have way too big of a head for that. It'd get lost.
I'm not really like a print person either, and like some prints, I'm kind of like, I like cheetah.
Yeah.
Love cheetah and leopard print.
Auntie print.
I am an auntie. I'm actually not, but I make Jordan's niece call me auntie, because my brother's probably not having children, and it's a little bit depressing. So,
patterns and headbands. That's your thing.
Yeah, like animal patterns. Like, not like cheetah or leopard, like not that, but like anything other than that. Like, or with animals on them. Like, when people wear like funny clothes. Like, you know, when people like wear things to be like funny, and I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm like.
And you just feel dumb because you don't get it.
I'm like, are you kidding? Or like, did you get dressed in the dark? I'm unsure what's going on. Like, am I missing the inside joke, or what happened?
Yeah. well, that is it for us. We're going to refill our cups and head over to Rhyley's channel. Make sure you subscribe, show her some love. She makes similar content to me, beauty, lifestyle, vlogs. You guys go to bug her for more vlogs. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, get to know us a little bit. We really didn't drink much. I think we answered every single question. That's not really the intent of this whole video, but we're open books. So please do not forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, all that fun stuff. Rhyley's info will be linked below, and I'll see you guys very soon.